show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Drop Zone with your boys Anthony Young and Jeff Walsh. And again, tonight's episode is brought to you by our partners at Doobie. So, how you doing today, bud?
Uh, I'm doing all right. Just a little tired. Um, Been a very busy week. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Game one of the NBA Finals start today. My Knicks are playing the Spurs. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, we were going to talk about that first, the NBA Finals, Game 7 of the Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals was definitely very entertaining and very interesting. And then we were talking about the breaking NFL news that happened already. Um,
I know that was, yeah, my phone was blowing up on that one.
mm, yeah, a lot of crazy stuff in the season pretty much just started. So, um, yeah, we're gonna hop right into it. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals wasn't too interesting. Uh, Thunder won. Thunder. The Spurs won 91 to 118. With Wembanyama having 28 points, Harper with 18 off the bench. Um, Holmgren. I'm gonna talk about this. When we talk about Game 7, but I have a little bit to talk about on that. Um, Game 7, uh, the Thunder were at home, and I figured it was going to be a pretty easy game for them to win, but they lost. It was a 111 to 103 loss by the Thunder. It was a great team effort by the Spurs. Champagne with 20, Wembanyama with 22, Fox with 15, Castle with 16, and Harper with 12. But then on the Thunder side, it was pretty much just Shea Alexander. He had 35 points. Holmgren only had 4 points. Oh. But my biggest takeaway from this is Chet Holmgren. Um, if I were the Thunder, I would have seen everything I needed to see from him in this series to know that he cannot contend with uh, Victor. Um, I would trade him out as quickly as I could. Um, I would trade him for Giannis. I'll be honest. I would do that. He looked like he was very reluctant to shoot, reluctant to be very physical with him on defense. Go at him offensively. Which is something that you can't have in a Western Conference Finals game 7. I mean, you only shoot 2 shots. Um, in an entire game. It's just it's very underwhelming from him. So again, if I was the Thunder, I would do something about him very, very fast and quickly, about as fast as you can. Because again, to me, I saw everything that I needed to see out of him in this one series. Because the Spurs are going to be the top team in the West for a while. And if you can't go against Wembanyama, then what's the point of having him at that point?
Um, yeah, his performance in the Western Conference Final was abysmal at best. Um, yeah, 4 points on 1 of 2 shooting and 2 from 4 from the free throw line. I mean, he had a quadruple single: 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, he was better off just sitting down on the bench. He basically wasn't even there. As far as getting rid of him, I mean, I don't know if any team is going to want to take him. I think their best bet would be to send him down to the G League and let him just his game in some form of way, because Wimbayama made him look like he wasn't even there. And it was basically just ridiculous. I mean, the Thunder's players obviously just, I mean, I guess all the complaining from all of us podcasters and influencers about the flopping basically caught up to them, because they really wasn't getting any of the calls. It looks like the referees caught on to it and wasn't awarding them the free throws for just falling down like they got murdered or something. Which, me
Yeah.
personally, I think it will be going to be. I mean, with the Spurs in the finals, it's going to be a better series, because now you ain't got to worry about the flopping and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, everybody. I mean, there's always going to be flopping in the NBA. That's never going to change. But it seems like it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, and Thunder are a big part of it. I think this Game 7 of the West Conference Finals was officiated very well. When I went back to watch it, I don't think there was a lot of missed calls, a lot of bad calls. I think it was officiated night very, very good. Again, being that it was a Thunder game. The Holmgren, I don't know about people really wanting him, but the Thunder have so many first round picks that I think it would maybe be a bit interesting or eye catching for maybe them to. Again, that's why I only said Giannis. There's probably a few other options, but Giannis is the number one uh, option out there right now. And he could stop Wembanyama a lot better than what Chet can, and he's not afraid to go at people, whereas Chet was very kind of just scared to go at Wembanyama. So we're gonna do our prediction for the NBA Finals. Again, it is the San Antonio Spurs versus the New York Knicks. Again, game 1 is tonight. I have this series going 6. And shockingly, I'm leaning towards your Knicks. I got the Knicks in 6. It's not going to be an easy series. It's going to be a very hard fought series. But Wembanyama is one of the toughest covers in the NBA right now, and it's not going to be a single player to guard him. It's going to have to be a team effort. But I mean, if his teammates start getting hot from the three like Champagny and Vassell and Castle, they're definitely a very tough team to beat. But you guys have so many wing defenders and decent guys to kind of maybe slow Embiid down a little bit. To where I think he was not going to be as effective as much as he was earlier in the playoff run. But I do have Knicks in 6 because you guys have, in my opinion, probably the best clutch player in the NBA in Jalen Brunson. To where if the game is close, you guys definitely have a chance to win it. And yeah, I mean, I believe you guys are going to take the uh, the NBA championship home back to New York.
Um, I have it going as seven games. Um, just for the simple fact is that um, I'm not 100% sure with Mitchell Robinson Pinky that he just had surgery on. Ironically, a couple of days before the fucking final starts. But with him, I mean, he's a big enough body, that he could actually handle Wembyami one on one. My thing is when Wembyami's out on the perimeter. Um, that's not Cat's strong defensive point nor Robinson's. So hopefully they're smart enough. I mean, I know they're going to switch. When Miami's on the perimeter, they're going to switch to Agbayani guarding him because Agbayani, even though he's 6'8", he has long arms. So I mean, you're not going to stop Miami. You're not going to stop a 7'5" guy, no matter how hard you try. But they could give him fits on the perimeter because now you got the smaller, quicker defenders that has the strength to basically push him around on the perimeter. We going to need Brunson to be Brunson. Cat needs to stay out of foul trouble. Shamet needs to continue his hot shooting. I mean, for that Cleveland series, he was 11 of 12 from 3-point range. He only missed one 3-pointer in that whole series. So he needs to continue his hot shooting. Mikal Bridges needs to continue his hot shooting. That way we could keep him on the floor, and he's another body that we could put up against Wembyami when he's out on the perimeter as well. This is going to be, like I said, I feel is going to go seven. I mean, I feel we could still win it in San Antonio. I don't see the Spurs coming to the Garden and stealing one because that's going to be an insane place. Considering the last time they was in the finals was in 1999, and it was against the San Antonio Spurs. So yeah, that Garden is going to be buzzing. I mean, I'm just curious to see how they could come out, in this first game after having what was nearly 10 days off. So this is going to be, game one is going to tell, you know, if they come out flat or if they come out energetic. How the series is going to go.
Yeah, I'm always skeptical of like teams that have too much rest, or teams who are like a bit more fresh. Um, but I mean, I don't see you guys winning game one, but I said it in six because it'd be cool if you guys won at the Garden. Um,
That would be nice.
mm, doing it in front of the home fans would be very, very cool. Again, I mean, I just think almost what you're saying, like the Garden is hard to play in. I don't think again, I see you, I would say losing game one, winning game two, three, and four. So then it's 3-1. They win game five in San Antonio. I just don't see them winning game six in an elimination game in the Garden. That's just my prediction. Now, defensively, what I would do is have OG on him on the perimeter make it hard for him to even dribble the ball. But if he somehow does get by OG, you have Towns or Robinson right behind him to at least try and negate a shot at the rim. It's not going to be perfect, but again, it's going to have to be team defense. Uh, we already know what we're going to get out of Josh Hart. Josh Hart is going to be all over the floor, getting rebounds, assists, mucking it up. Like he's going to be playing some good defense. Again, it to win against this great team that is about, I would say, 7 or 8 players deep who can do damage is to match that. And I think you guys have pretty much the perfect roster to do so. But yeah, again, I would say Knicks in 6 because I do want to see them win it in the Garden.
I mean, that would be the dream scenario is to win it in the Garden. But I look at it this way that you know it's just going to be a tough series, and like I said, as long as Cat can stay out of foul trouble and stay on the floor, it is going to make it harder for San Antonio, to do anything because, I mean, you got a bunch of shooters out on the floor. I mean, you basically got a 4 guard lineup with the center with the Knicks because, I mean, yeah, they got Josh Hart. They usually put him at the power forward, but he's only 6'4". He's really is not a power forward. OG is 6'8", and he's more of a shooting guard, small forward. So again, you basically got a bunch of guards and you know on the floor with Cat, which will spread the floor out, and they will give San Antonio fits. But San Antonio's defense is what's gonna has got me worried because the Knicks can't be timid about going into the paint with Boyani there and after getting the shot block get scared. You got to keep attacking him and attacking him, attacking him, because eventually what's going to happen is he's going to wear down, and instead of blocking shots, he's going to end up fouling, and it's going to put him in foul trouble. So they just need to keep attacking, and everybody just has to continue playing their role like they did all postseason.
Wembanyama could take one step from like half court to the other free throw line. It's a little crazy. But I'm gonna add off on this. If you guys start the way that you started at game 1 against the Cavs, I don't see you guys winning in game 1 against the Spurs. You guys aren't going to come back from a 24-point deficit with 7 minutes left against this San Antonio Spurs team. Again, that's why I have you guys losing game 1. I think you guys are going to come out rusty. But again, this Spurs team is a very young team, and they might fall under the bright lights. But again, I guess we will see what happens. But we're ready to move on to the breaking NFL news that happened in the past 2 days. It's been nonstop the entire time. Philly finally traded AJ Brown to New England for a 2027 fifth-round pick and a 2028 first. The saga is over finally. The amount of times we came on here, I had to talk about, AJ Brown said this, AJ Brown said that. It's over. He is now in New England. He's out of your division, Tony, the NFC East.
Yep.
Again, I'm just glad that the crying and bitching and moaning is definitely not done. He's almost like a Diggs, a Stephon Diggs. If if his stats weren't good, he wasn't happy. But if his team was doing good, he was happy if he wasn't getting the ball, which is I think very very selfish. He's not the only player who's ever done that, said that, but he's the most recent and the most consistent with doing so. Um, I mean, I think this helps out the Patriots because I think they're still going to be good. One of the top seeds in the AFC. But again, I'm just more glad that the saga is finally over with AJ Brown and the Eagles.
Um, this is going to greatly help out the Patriots because this gives them a number one receiver, um, which they lost. Now that Diggs is, they didn't resign Diggs. They also giving New England a Super Bowl proven wide receiver as well. So now the offense should be able to open up. This will make them. We gotta make it plain and simple. This makes them one of the favorites to come out of the AFC and possibly win a Super Bowl. But it's still gonna be hard because a lot of teams, that was in the playoffs this past season, also upgraded their team. So it's going to be interesting. So yeah, but I'm with you. I'm glad the bickering and crying between uh, Brown and Hurt is over.
Yeah, because that shit was getting very annoying. And to me, the team that is now the favorites to win this whole Super Bowl, the Cleveland Browns, have traded defensive end Myles Garrett to the Rams for defensive end Jared Verse, a 2027 first round pick, a 2028 second, and a 2029 third. I couldn't be any happier that Myles Garrett is finally out of the AFC North. But this makes the Rams, to me, the Super Bowl favorites. To me, they have all that they need offensively, and they just added a huge piece defensively. What talks Aaron Donald might come out of retirement?
That would be insane.
hmm this was an absolute bombshell, a shell shock, I would say. I did not expect Myles Garrett to get moved. He just signed, I think, a new contract extension.
Yeah, last year.
Um, I mean, I understand he was unhappy. The team wasn't winning, but he was setting records game after after game. And the Browns get a very good defensive end back in Jared Verse, who's a bit younger. He's been really kind of coming into his own there with the Rams. But the Rams, to me, are the number one Super Bowl favorite because they just had, again, like I just said, the immense piece defensively, and we already knew what they were capable on the offensive end. So, Rams are really, really just going all out with making these moves and just making the roster about as good as it possibly can be.
Yeah, I think this trade shocked everybody because all we heard all of last season and the pretty much start of this off season was that Myles Garrett was, they had no plans on trading Myles Garrett whatsoever. And then June 1st, that's when my phone started blowing up about Myles Garrett being traded to the Rams. I'm like, wait, did I read that right? So I had to go back, open my phone up, and read it again. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I could have sworn the Browns said they wasn't trading him. And what they got in return, shit, it was better. I mean, you get Jared Verse, who's a more younger and probably more athletic version of Myles Garrett. Now, it depends if he turns out to be a Myles Garrett for them. But I mean, he's of that same mold, as well as a 2027 first round pick and a 2028 second round pick and a 2029 third round pick. So yeah, I mean, but again, this is Cleveland. I'm not worried about them because I'm pretty sure they're going to screw those picks up, like they always do. And it will be interesting to see that when Versus contract is up, which I believe probably should be not this year but next year, because he was in the same class as a Cheney for a rookie class, and that was what 2024. I think it was either
I think so.
2023 or 2024 when they came into the league. So they're pretty much rookie contract is just about up. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he resigns with Cleveland or goes somewhere else. What are you looking it up?
It looks like he started in 2024, so he's going into his third season this upcoming season.
Yep. So next year his rookie contract is up.
Yeah, apparently he was upset about the trade out of Los Angeles, and so would I be, because now you're going
I
to
would
the
too.
fucking Browns.
I don't want to go to no damn
Um,
Cleveland.
and then news for your New York Giants: you guys have signed wide receivers Odell Beckham Jr., Juju Smith-Schuster, and Braxton Berrios, all to one-year deals. OBJ has returned to the Big Apple. Don't know if you have any thoughts on that. It's funny because it's like each one has a different skill set. Barrios is a very good kind of kick returner, punt returner. Uh, whereas Juju, he's a good blocking wide receiver. And he's good to catch like a few balls here and there. And again, we know what OBJ is capable of. But hey, a lot of good moves for you guys, just bolstering the offense that you guys have already made major improvements on. So again, I'm just interested to hear your thoughts on this.
This kind of tells me a few things. One, that they're not 100% sure if when Neighbors will be officially back. Um, because they already made a lot of wide receiver signings during the free agency, and now you just added three more receivers. Yeah, granted, I mean Juju Smith-Schuster, he's a great kick returner as well. He'll help us in the kicking game. Barrios will help us with the punt returns. And my thing is, what version of Beckham are we going to get? Are we going to get the when he was playing in New York, doing a one-handed catch Beckham, or are we going to get the often injured Odell Beckham? So that's my concern with that. Um, but I do like the fact that they're surrounding a lot of veteran receivers around Jackson Dart. Receivers that can get open, Beckham could get open, Barrios could get open, Schuster when he feels like he can get open. When Neighbors comes back, you add him to the mix. Darius Slayton, as long as he can hold on to the catch the ball. Um, who am I also missing? We got Isaiah
You guys,
Likely.
you guys got Calvin Austin.
Yep, Calvin. I forgot about Calvin Austin. So I mean, we do have some good pass catchers that could help get the ball down the field and get open when Dark's in trouble, and that way he doesn't have to scramble so much and put himself in danger. And then just all we need is Scatterboo to come back, and you know it's going to be interesting to see how the team gels together. Also, I don't know if you got the alert from ESPN. Apparently, Russell Wilson officially is retiring because he signed a sportcaster deal with, I think it was CBS, to do commentary.
Yeah, I did see that. I like how he went to my Steelers, fucked with us for a little bit, and then he went to your Giants and fucked with you. So we got to experience the Russell Wilson experience on the back to back. Again, he's definitely a great quarterback for his era. You know, one of the best in that kind of stretch or span of years. Um, yeah, but I just like that you guys are really surrounding Dart with fair wide receivers. Uh, that know the game, but again, you guys also still have to uh Jameis Winston as well, who's a good veteran leader as well. So again, a lot of things looking up for you guys. You guys are really just going all in this season to really want to win. And with the OBJ thing, I think you guys are going to get him good for about 2 or 3 games, and then he'll get injured, and then we won't see him for the rest of the year.
But of course,
That's
that
my
all
guess.
depends on because all these signings would as of June after June 1st. So I mean, none of those contracts are guaranteed.
Hmm.
So I mean, they have to make it through OTAs and preseason to make the roster because none of them have a guaranteed spot.
No, but again, I mean, I would say OBJ, and I don't know who else you'd pick out of that because you guys already have a few good ones. Speaking of wide receivers, Atlanta re-signs wide receiver Drake London to a 4-year, $141 million, $150 million max contract and $100 million guaranteed extension. Um, I mean, well earned. You know, he's been probably the best player on the Falcons other than Robinson. This makes Drake London the third highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, uh, averaging $35.25 million a year. Um, I don't really have much to say on this. Again, I mean, he's earned it, and he's been one of the best wide receivers in the league. I would say about top 10, for sure, in the past about 5 years or ever since he came in the league, doing it with whatever quarterback they gave him out there in Atlanta, because it's been a re-
Shit show.
revolving door at, at, at this point. So again, it was much earned, and again, they keep one of their best offensive players around for at least 4 more years.
Yeah, I really don't have much on it either. Like I said, I mean, their quarterback situation has been, I mean, it's been a fucking joke. So, I mean, the fact that, I mean, if you even have somebody that could actually get him the ball is going to be surprising because, I mean, let's face it, we know Tua's not going to last long. He's going to get hit and he'll be probably out for a couple of weeks. So, yeah, it's just, Atlanta's signing all these great players, but on offense, but you have nobody to get them the ball.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're doing, what their thought process is, or if they really think that Tua is that guy, which I don't think he is. And then we got Pittsburgh signing edge rusher Nick Herbig to a 4-year, $100 million, $42 million guaranteed extension. Very happy with this. He's coming off of his best season in the NFL with 7.5 sacks. Again, him, Highsmith, and Watt off the edge is just a dynamic trio, and then having Hayward in the middle as well. It really, again, it ensures our defense. Yes, we are paying a lot of money to our defense, but it is our calling card at the end of the day, and we made more moves in the secondary, in signing Darnell Savage as well. So our defense really just kind of getting reassured, bolstering it up. So yeah, again, I have no problem with the signing or with the extension because when Watt or Highsmith was out, Herberg really did step up in a big way in many moments last year. So I'm definitely fine with the signing and happy with it because I don't want him going anywhere else.
Um, yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be interesting," because now you're giving the defense a great deal of. I mean, that defense is trying to get back to the steel curtain of old. Especially with as much as you put into that defense. My thing is, can the offense stay on the field long enough to give the defense a rest? That's my concern.
I hope so. I mean, we've made moves offensively. Again, we traded for Michael Pittman. We signed Rico Dowdle. Mm. We still have Metcalf. We have Firemouth. We have Darnell Washington. We have a lot of weapons. Yes, our quarterback is 43 years old, but um, I think that without that we'll be able to do so. Um, again, that's what I'm really hoping for as a Steelers fan. And then our last little bit of news in the NFL is that Seattle signed their offensive linebacker, outside linebacker Derek Hall to a 3-year, $42 million extension. He's been one of the best players on the defensive end, so he gets a new contract extension, which is a lot of money. Um, and I don't really have much on that because it was earned and needed for that Seahawks defense.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I really don't have much on that one as well. Um, that defense is pretty much, they did lose some pieces. I mean, the whole entire, team lost a lot of pieces. Um, but they also got pieces that, stayed and was like, hey, let's try to run this back and win another Super Bowl. But yeah, I mean, he was a major part of that championship defense. So yeah, that's a contract well deserved. And you know us, we're all about them players getting their money.
Oh yeah, I think this is probably about to be the shortest episode ever because me and you are out of things to talk about.
That because it really hasn't been much going on now that the not until the final starts, which tonight's game is at 8:30. We was just lucky to have these NFL big breaking news come through. Otherwise, yeah, we really wouldn't have had anything.
He has
So
been
yeah, we
very
could thank the
quiet.
NFL. We could thank the NFL for that.
Yeah, because if not, I don't think we would have even went live with how little there was going on. But hey, they came through, hit us up, said, "All right, we'll give you some stuff to talk about and make it at least a 45-minute long episode."
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I know. There was something that I saw.
Yeah, stupid Brandon Ayuk is getting arrested for fucking speeding. I'm not even gonna get mad about that again. That's always me getting mad. I just talked about it last
That's
episode.
that's what it was. I just seen a warrant issue for IU for viral speeding post.
Going 104. I'm not even gonna get mad at it because again I just got done talking about it last episode. I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we did just get done talking about it last episode, and they're right back at it again. Um. Oh, my buddy Roger Goodell. Let's see. What the hell? How did I get there? Give me that back. There we go. Um. So I could go on a rant about Roger Goodell real quick.
Go ahead. You can take the floor.
So, the headline states Roger Goodell won't testify about NFL's broadcasting deals. So apparently, the NFL broadcasting deals has been under investigation, which I didn't know nothing about. So this is all news to all of us right now, unless you knew about it.
I had no idea. Not a clue.
So it says NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell will not testify before Congress next week about the league's broadcast deals and its recent practice of airing games on paywall streaming services. Oh, so Goodell declined an invitation to appear at a House Judiciary Committee hearing on June 10th due to the ongoing litigation related to the topic of the hearing. The league's general counsel, Ted Yoyot, wrote in a letter Wednesday to the committee chairman, Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio. So it looks like the NFL might be in trouble for broadcasting games via streaming services.
And I think it's because it's like only on that streaming service, like a Peacock. Because like for the uh NBA, they do it on NBC and Peacock. Like you could choose to watch it on either one. For the NFL, it's literally only on that one specific streaming service, which again is almost like force people to pay for that said streaming service to just watch the NFL game.
So it
Uh,
says um, Jordan is one of several elected officials who raised concerns about the prices fans have to pay to watch NFL games and whether the league streaming deals comply with the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961, which granted the league a limited antitrust exemption. The law applies only to broadcast networks. Courts have ruled in the past that it does not apply to other media, including cable, satellite, and streaming. There has been bipartisan sentiment in favor of updating the law. In his letter to Jordan, Yote, sorry if I'm butchering his name, said 87% of the league's games will be available over the air this season, and that every game in the let's try this again, and that every game in the competing teams home markets is on the broadcast station television. He said the increased number of games on streaming services has corresponded with a slight drop in games shown on cable. So it sounds like it's interfering with the antitrust deal that they have with basically the cable companies and stuff like that, because it's causing fewer games to be seen on cable because they're going to streaming services.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just got done saying. Because again, the NBA did it smart. They would have it on either just normal cable, or you could watch it on the streaming service. Where again, the NFL is literally just streaming it on Peacock or just streaming on whatever service it is on fucking Amazon Prime, well, whatever it is. They're just streaming on that, not like you could pick and choose like which one. Again, almost kind of forcing the hand of the NFL viewer to pay for whatever streaming service that they have it on.
So leave it up to Roger Goodell to fuck something up.
Hmm.
Fucking jackass. Uh, but pretty much that's, I mean, there's really nothing else. That was it.
It's been a very again quiet week.
Yeah, it has been a very quiet week. But like I said, tonight they'll start picking up. Again, the NBA Finals you can catch on ABC starting at 8:30. You can catch Inside the NBA on ESPN. They're on right now, so they usually start air about an hour before the game starts. So okay, time for a word from my partners. This is your sign to stop drinking mid energy. Still sipping on weak fuel that leaves you crashing 30 minutes later? Embarrassing. Enter Doobie, the energy that doesn't play nice, clean, mean, built to keep you locked in while everyone else burns out. No jitters, no crash, just smooth, relentless energy that hits like a wake up call you can't ignore. One scoop, and suddenly you're overworking you're outworking everybody. Your focus is razor sharp, and excuses gone. Let's be real, you don't need another basic drink. You need something that keeps up with you. Doobie, stay wired, stay winning, stay dangerous. Oh, I love when I get to the end of the show. I can't talk all of a sudden.
Hmm. Yeah, there's it's all right. I can't talk most of the time anyway. So so me and you are right there with it. But again, yeah, thank you to Doobie for partnering with us. And again, if you want to go to the website and get anything you can drop our code DropZone and get 15% off your order.
So yeah. Just remember those of you that's watching us on YouTube. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when we're on. Um, and again, we're all over Facebook. Group is now a public group, so anyone can join. We actually just had a new member join, I think, 2 days ago. So, yeah, I got nothing else.
I got no, so I have no energy. I can use the fucking thing of doobie right now. I'm tired today. I'm tired. I promise to be more energetic next week, but work's been kicking my ass. So
You don't have to go in today, do you?
yeah, I do.
Ooh,
I'm working another six straight. So I worked 9 straight, and then I got like 1 day off, which was Sunday, and then now I'm working 6.
I don't miss those days.
Nope. You're lucky that they pay me good.
All right, well, folks, we're gonna
Have a good
call it
week.
a night, and we'll see everybody next week.